Hey guys! Welcome to Crafty Friday. Anyway, this is a Halloween-inspired Polymer clay charm tutorial, and I made 4 different charms that I am super proud of. So I hope you guys like this video as much as I do. Please click the big thumbs up, hint hint, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let's just get to the tutorial. First charm is up. To make this adorable candy corn charm, you're going to need a glass bottle with a cork, and then an eye screw or eye pin to make that into a charm. You'll also need some yellow clay, a paintbrush, some gloss glaze, 2 colors of acrylic paint, orange and white of course, and then some strong glue. I'm taking a tiny piece of yellow clay and rolling that into a round shape. Then that round shape is going to get pulled into an elongated triangle to look like a candy corn. So you're just kind of pinching one end to shape it, not hard at all. Make enough of these to fill your bottle, of course. Then you're going to bake all of them, and once they cool off, you're going to add an orange strip to the bottom of every single yellow candy corn. So this is going to get tedious because, as you know, then you're going to have to let that orange paint dry before you can add a white tip to each piece of candy corn. Once all the paint's dry, you can make them look pretty shiny with some glaze. Just brush it on there. Now the best part is filling your bottles with candy corn. Coat the end of the cork in some super glue. I'm using E6000, and then place that in the top of the bottle. If you're making this into a charm, you also want to put some glue on the tip of your eye pin or eye screw and then place that into the cork. Yay for candy corn! Now it's time for a very brainy cupcake. You'll need a piece of clay for the cupcake base, a light pink piece of clay to put on top of the base, and then that same color light pink, you'll need a big blob so you can make that into these swirly, brainy pieces. Shaping your cupcake base is very simple. You're going to start with a round piece of clay and just keep one end on your flat surface and make the other end thinner by just kind of pinching it. Then you're going to place the thinner end down on the flat surface, and that will form your cupcake base. When you push the topping on, as you can see, it's going to flatten a little bit. You can mess around with the shape of the cupcake base after you add the pink piece of clay on top, and then you're going to make indents all around that cupcake base with a sharp clay tool. When you attach the thin pieces of pink clay to the top of the cupcake, you want it to look like there's 2 equal halves, so you're going to place them both in the middle and then make sure there's a little gap down the exact middle of the cupcake. Then you're just going to kind of squiggle it to look like weird brainy pieces, and just do that however you want. You can form whatever design. If you want to look up pictures of brains to make it look more realistic, then go for it, but I just do it pretty randomly. Then you're going to make some brain goo by using translucent liquid Sculpey and some darker pink chalk pastel. Scrape the chalk pastel into the TLS, mix it up, and apply it all over the top of the brain, and it will look all gooey and it will give it a nice color. Oh no, brain down. For this creepy candy, you're going to not make your voice sound like that. You're going to use 3 rounded pieces of clay, any color you want. One is going to be bigger than the other 2, as you can see. Then I'm taking a large dotting tool. I got this from Michael's craft store, and it's from the Martha Stewart collection. You're going to take one of the smaller pieces and place it on the end of the dotting tool. And then you're going to squeeze one end of it to make it thinner, and it will kind of triangle out. Then to get the crinkly effect, you want to gently push with your finger in about 3 different spots around this shape. Slowly remove this from the end of your dotting tool so you don't ruin the shape, and then repeat these steps with the other small piece of clay. Once your crinkly pieces are formed, attach them to either side of the piece of candy. You might want to use a little bit of TLS to help those stay on there. Finally, after you bake, you can paint on any design you want, such as a skull or a bat, and then glaze, and you're done. Don't forget to add an eye pin before you bake. finally we're making Frank. So he needs a piece of green for the head, brown for the body, black for the hair, and silver for the 2 little bolts on the side of his head. You're going to attach the spiky hair to the top of Frank's head, and there will be a lot of extra clay gathered in the back, so you can just cut a lot of that off with your clay blade, and then you can blend that in with your fingers to create the back of the hairline. Poke 2 indents for the eyes with a dotting tool, then use some scrap pieces from the hair to create the eyes. Place the head onto the body. It's going to flatten it down a little bit, so that's why you want to exaggerate the shape of the body before you put the head on. And then you're going to put the 2 little pieces of silver on the side. The finishing details to his face are blush with chalk pastels, and then some stitch marks and a smiley face. You can do this with a dotting tool if you have one thin enough, but I find that a needle tool works even better. You can see that his mouth is pretty thick as to where the last stitch mark I made gets a little thinner. Those are all my Halloween polymer clay charms for 2013. I really hope you like them. If you end up making some of your own, then use hashtag SoCraftastic on Instagram to show me. You can also send me pictures on my Facebook fan page and Twitter. Please leave comments below, subscribe to my channel, and like this video. Alright, you guys are awesome. Have a happy Halloween. Last week on Crafty Friday, I showed you guys how I decorated my pumpkins, so you guys decided to send pictures in with the hashtag SoCraftastic on Instagram so I could see your pictures. So right now we're looking at those pictures that were sent in, and they're also sent in on Facebook and Twitter as well. So if you're not following me on Twitter, I think you should. And these are just really, really cool, and a lot of them follow the designs that I showed in my tutorial video from last week. So I hope you guys subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because I put out new crafty videos every single Friday for Crafty Friday. And I say that at the end of pretty much every video, yeah, every video. But it never gets old because we love Crafty Friday. Heart, heart, heart to heart. And now I'm pretty much out of things to say. Alright, so I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you soon. Bye! And you're going to just form some candy cane. Candy cane? Oh my gosh. It's not Christmas, it's Halloween, Sarah. Get with it. I feel like it should have had a laugh there. I can't talk in this. It's like having a marshmallow in my mouth. I tried and failed. Welcome to my vampire story. This is horrible. Who even wears these? I don't like them. Thumbs down. They don't taste good either. Ask Frank what he's doing. Go ahead and ask him. I dare you. He's doing the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. Wow. Monster mash. Wow. Wow. I'm having a dance party with Frank and Candy Corn, okay? Even though Candy Corn can't dance.